Hello everyone, welcome to Project IMG RNA Viruses chapter presented by Dr. Drumadala. I understand that RNA viruses are one of the most difficult classification to remember, but I promise you if you follow this format it will become very easy for you. Draw a horizontal line. Anything above this line is going to represent positive sense RNA. All positive sense RNA have icosahedral symmetry except coronavirus. In corona pandemic, though you were standing on the ground, yet it has shown you hell of the situation. That's why we say corona is positive sense but has helical symmetry. Anything pointing towards hell has helical symmetry. And negative sense RNA. What do you mean by positive or negative sense RNA? Positive sense RNA means they directly have mRNA and that can be transcribed to proteins. Whereas in negative sense RNA, they contain complementary copy of mRNA which has to be converted into mRNA and then only it can be transcribed into proteins. This complementary copy is called as negative copy, which is then converted to positive copy and then transcribed. This conversion is brought to you by RNA-dependent RNA polymerase. That means from RNA, we are going to make RNA. That's why RNA-dependent RNA polymerase. That's why in short we say all bring the polymerase or failed replication. Yes, I pronounced it as replication, not replication. For a reason, of course. Coming above, the positive sense RNA viruses can be of two types, naked and enveloped, whereas negative sense are only enveloped. What would you do if you say a naked man running across? Dude, that's creep. Dude, that's creep. Where do you buy envelopes? Of course, craft stores. Let's elaborate the risks. C is calcivirus, which is further divided into colti and rota. Reovirus. E stands for hepatitis E. Picornavirus is further divided into HAV, ecovirus, rhinovirus, poliovirus, HFMD disease by Coxsackie virus. HAV, eco, rhino, polio, HFMD, Coxsackie. Positive envelope viruses contain coronavirus, R for retro, F for flaviviruses, adding flavor to the blood, and hence it is spread by blood-sucking arbo. Arbo means mosquito, so they are spread by mosquitoes, hence they are also known as arboviruses. Examples include V, W, X as in the cross of the Jesus Christ, Amen. Y, Z, dengue. Elaborating, meaning hepatitis C virus, West Nile encephalitis, St. Louis, yellow fever, Zika virus, and dengue. T for toga crew, in which crew stands for very important chikungunya, very important chikungunya, very important chikungunya, rubella, East and West encephalitis. Expanding the negative sense enveloped viruses, there is no negative sense viruses, they are always enveloped, and we have Arino, which is Lassa and LCMV, Bunio, Delta, which is basically HDV, hepatitis delta virus, which is a very defective virus. The genome is itself so defective that it cannot code for proper capsids, and so you don't know what kind of capsid it has. So the capsid in delta viruses is unknown. Para-influenza, measles, mumps. RSV, note it is RSV and not rubella. Next is ortho. Then we have Very important, it is filamentous over here. Flavorful was above. Over here, mosquitoes survive above the ground. They are flying above. They are present above. They are present on Earth. That's why they are present over here. Filamentous are buried below, and they will also bury the patients below because they are very deadly, and 99.99% they are going to cause the death. And another deadly guy, that is your rabies. Please note, above the ground we have the flavorful viruses, which drink the flavorful blood and spread the infection, and below we have filamentous. How to remember this now? Flavorful viruses are spread through mosquitoes, and that's why they are present above. All mosquitoes are present on Earth, that is above the ground, that is their positive sense. Okay. Filamentous are going to file you inside the ground. They are going to bury you inside the ground because they are that deadly. The last two viruses, filamentous viruses and rabies viruses, are extremely deadly. Now, I told you to remember replication as replication instead. And this is for a reason. What is the reason? Because it will help you remember everything altogether, all the exceptions of the RNA viruses. That is replication. The central three are as usual circular. Rio, retro, arino, bunia, delta. I is for influenza viruses and C is for coronaviruses. Influenza viruses are responsible for major epidemics, pandemics, and for that reason, that RNA is extremely segmented, and this creates a major impact on the world. Apart from influenza viruses, reovirus and arenobunia virus are also segmented, extremely defective. This hepatitis delta virus do not infect alone, don't contain segmented genome. Coronaviruses, we all remember from the previous slide that though as a human we were present above the ground, still, that's why it is positive, but still it showed us all the hell of the time. That's why it is helical. Thank you. Please remember the format. Please remember the story. You will definitely remember RNA viruses. They are not that difficult. Okay? See you soon.